What is it? Are we gonna have one Dave, one wrench now?
One Dave, one wrench. Actually, I have 2 Allen wrenches, a regular wrench.
Oh my.
And an ear cleaner.
But I am afraid we all have to wait a little bit to see you put all of those wrenches to action.
Oh, and this knife.
Well, hold the sword, Dave, because it's time to start the 200th episode. Hello and welcome everybody to the AWKWARDCast by ANY and the not visible Keyframe Wonder about random dribble for the 200th time. I am still baffled by how long this has been going and no slowing down. We were like, what can we do to make this truly special?
It's a testament to absurdity.
It is, isn't it?
It really is. I can say this, I didn't expect the 200th episode would have a lead-in of one of the guests brandishing a knife at me, but you know what?
Listen, it was not a threat, it was just a warning.
It was just, I have a knife. It's like,
What's the difference?
I have scissors. It's a statement.
It's not a threat, it's a promise.
I have a knife too, but you don't see me brandishing it.
I have a nail clipper. At this rate, I'm not being let on the airplane in a few weeks.
I also have a pair of scissors.
I have a Sharpie.
I also have an entire...
I have a fork from Ashley's Delicious Cooking a few nights ago.
Our forks keep fucking going.
I have a tumbler
with a little hoarded in your room
with a little ferret paw print on it. This is not a weapon. This is just me showing off shit. But yeah, talking about showing off shit, and you have you are still wasting. You are still wasting.
Oh, I got Michael. Michael walked to 7-Eleven this morning, and he bought the wrong kind of Doritos and gave them to me. So there's that.
Duh. It all works out.
We should really move. We've done our traditional threatening.
Exactly.
So let's.
But yeah, since we were thinking what to do to make the 200th episode special, so we have not one but 2 guests.
Oh my god!
Both veterans of the show who have been here before, but I believe both of you only once, haven't you?
Only once each, and Ashley has not been on since I think like season 2 or something. A while ago.
You were still a rabbit back then, and not a human holding a rabbit plushie.
That was back when the show was in black and white.
I know. Huh?
Exactly, and we all had like it's like the It's like the evil versions of characters from Star Trek. We all just had goatees.
Yeah, and
oh yes.
And I believe, Dave, the last time you were with us, it was basically the sepia phase when we slowly developed color, but we were still mostly like monochrome.
Yeah, we were finally in the talkies.
Yeah,
there were like so many scan lines you couldn't tell who was who through the screen.
But at least we didn't need to write our dialogue anymore and hold it up while the piano played, so that people know what we said.
By the way, I need to hold on real quick. I need to.
We should have prepared a clip show.
You guys gave me the script. I need to make sure I'm sticking to it.
Exactly. Since this is a very natural show.
Yes.
But yeah, while we are back on script, please, Dave, Ashley, tell us, especially since it has been far too long, who are you, what do you do, and why should people care? And yes, you now need to figure out who goes first, or if you talk like creepy horror twins at the same time.
I got a way to do it. Whoever raises their hand first can talk. Okay, I think it was Ashley.
Ashley.
My hand's already raised. 40.
I like how I still lost.
Hi, my name is Ashley Nichols. I have worked on a bunch of animation things that you might have heard of. I am known for the Habbo Hotel and Lackadaisy film. I was cleanup lead on both of those. I've also worked on Animaniacs, and much more importantly, I am currently working with Dave to spearhead our own animated project called Farfetched.
I am prepared.
And it is You
Very
are.
smooth.
I was just like, damn, he's
smooth,
following along
that was it.
perfectly.
There we go. That's character development.
It only
That's what
took me-
200 episodes does
I
for
was
you.
about to say,
Yeah.
it only took me 200 episodes to actually be prepared for even
Hey, look,
two
we don't
guests.
know.
I'm so proud of you.
We don't know
Round
how
of
long it
applause.
took her.
You know what?
We don't know.
You get a Dorito.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna here.
Oh,
It's for you.
delicious.
Have a Dorito because you're epic.
Oh, I did not eat it that
Welcome.
that close.
Welcome all the war fans in the audience. Our new
No,
demographic.
I'm going to de-welcome all the Vor fans. Please get out.
Okay, fine.
If
you would like to support Farfetch, you can support us at
Vor.com.
vor.farfetch.com.
Normal
you wanna
porn
work-
slash vor.
Normalvor.com.
Oh,
You have a
God.
Oh,
lot
I'm
of
Dave.
you have a lot
Yeah,
of
Dave, who the
domains.
fuck are you?
Oh yeah, exactly.
I'm Dave. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to introduce myself.
Yes.
Like
You're losing him.
no,
Oh no.
I'm a writer, director, music, voice. I just do whatever. I worked on the hotel show as a writer. I'm co-creating Farfetch with Ashley.
Hey, back to this.
I make other stuff, and I like horror movies, and I have an ear cleaner, and that's
Watching
where we are.
VHS tapes on Twitch.
Yeah, look, here's one right here.
And I have been told you have a knife.
I
Yes.
do. I mean, that's just for later.
The knife that he stole
Pleasure.
from me, by the
Oh,
way.
Oh.
Oh, the plot just gets thicker and thicker.
Every
I-
time we would
Right.
have a writing meeting in my office, Dave would just take the knife off my desk and
This
just
is-
flick it open and closed, and eventually one day he just took it up to a room and I never got it back.
This is probably a bad thing, but I tend to be a person if we're in meetings or something, I'll kind of fidget with things, just whatever. But the problem was that my go-to fidget was just flicking this knife open and closed again, like that. And it's probably not a good thing. I'm probably a sociopath and just don't know it, but
Maybe for your birthday we should just pool together and get you one of those training kunai knives that people have.
I'd be good with
where you
that.
can- Yeah.
Yeah, Dave
Dude,
would
my
buy me a
birthday,
knife.
my birthday's in less than a month. I'm gonna be 28.
I want to have it the right way.
My life is over.
Oh no, I have to buy you something, don't I?
No,
Just-
just give me a raise.
No, the dog will get a raise first. Look, it's very hard living the life of a very cute dog.
Someone said give him a fidget spinner. We have a fidget spinner in that office, and I was just like, nah.
Fidget
nah.
spinner's mine, and you're never getting it.
I was just like, nah.
That's the same thing you said about the knife, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
I'm a
Fair.
disaster.
You alright?
There we go.
You alright, dude?
I was trying to grab the fidget spinner that's under my screen, and then 3 cups knocked over right next to me because I keep I have 1 cup for coffee, 1 cup for water, and 1 cup for mysterious liquids.
Ah, yes.
They all have lids, so that's what I'm glad about.
Let's play a game called Guess What's in Here.
Oh.
Okay. Let's see. The nuclear
Bot
codes.
Nah.
You say bot flies?
Yes.
Oh, I just imagine him sucking it, and you could just see the cheeks going like. Oh, I don't know.
Dave.
Red Bull vodka.
No, it's just water.
Oh well, now I'm disappointed.
This boring answer.
Well, okay then. 2 can play that game. Guess what is in this fancy decanter?
That is
Red Bull vodka.
that's Russian water.
Close enough.
Did I
It's
win?
actual water. Totally, man.
Yay!
This was a great idea. Anyway, but yes, it's great to have you guys back on the show after so long. This is always fun.
Yeah.
But what have you
sure
guys
is,
been
guys.
up to yesterday? Because you guys spend a lot of time with each other, being showrunners and all that. So
We also
what's
live
been
in the
going
same
on?
house.
Yeah. Have you guys been slaying any dragons? Rescuing damsels? I don't know.
Mainly it's just been us taking things and throwing them into the fan and seeing where they land.
Okay, wait. So we were genuinely because we've been doing in between working on the pilot, we've been putting out like comics, like character comics for Farfetch'd on Twitter, and we were writing the next comic, and Ashley was like, "I have to go poop" or whatever, and walked out of the room.
As one does.
And
Michael.
Michael just kind of hangs out in the office sometimes, like his own laptop with Ashley's dog Jack. And we were just in the 5 minutes Ashley went to the bathroom. I was just like, Michael, I want to throw my sock in the fan and see where it lands. And I did it the first time.
Wait, you guys are talking about a literal fan?
Yes, like the ceiling
a ceiling
fans.
fan, yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant throw shit to the fan like the Oh no.
Oh, we don't have fans.
No. Oh,
okay.
But
Yeah.
I did it. It landed behind Michael near our whiteboard. And then Michael goes for his first attempt, takes my sock, throws it, and it gets stuck above the banister in the room, in the one place that's like it could possibly land that's out of touch. And Ashley
that was
comes
that
back.
day, that was that day. But then a week earlier, we also were taking our supply of masks by the front door and just seeing if we could get them all stuck on the fan blades, and then turn the fan on and have them just fucking fly everywhere.
Hey, take a guess.
That's how we spend our work time.
It's true.
Oh, thirsty.
That's my mug.
Yeah,
Oh my
I think you're
God.
letting them-
Ranch, come out. Come see.
Wait, your rat's name is Ranch?
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, her name's Ranch.
Oh.
You
But
know,
yeah,
other than
that's-
tossing
That
stuff
Rocket
into
or Himbo
fans.
taking a sip?
Oop, this is Himbo. Oop.
Oh. Yeah, okay, I know it's Himbo, because Himbo seems to be the one that likes to just putz around on your keyboard.
Oh
Also,
no,
in the
that's
pre-show
both.
again.
That is what both do. Wait, how did he do this? How is he capable of doing
With his
this?
feet.
There isn't even a shortcut to activate the pre-show. He must have moved the mouse to the right spot and hit the right. This is.
He controls time itself.
Jesus.
I mean,
That's the
Max
reason
does
why
have
I'm
the
not
theory that
convinced
Himbo,
Is
that he
secretly
thinks
brilliant.
Himbo is the, he thinks Himbo's secretly an evil genius instead
Yeah.
of a stubby ferret, which
Yeah.
sounds like an oxymoron staring off into space.
Yeah, and when he
I can
does
believe
this,
that.
yeah, when he does his staring off into space, and we in the past accused him simply of himbo.exe stopped working, and he's just like, it's probably like he's actually probably in his mind palace sees all the schemes running around him, and he's ready to take over the world.
It's miraculous ladybug vision where everything's black and white and he sees the little things. in, like, the
Basically,
dot
yes.
patterns.
No, I just had a realization. So Himbo is the
Okay.
short one, Rocket is the long one, and what we
Yes.
didn't notice, Himbo is brain and Rocket is pinky.
Ah, there you go.
Wait,
I suppose so. By the way, we're still in the guest segment. So
yes, I
thank
mean we
you-
have
thank you for
like
derailing with your animal.
yes.
Hey, look, the animals again.
Parrots are way more important than us. Let's be real.
Also,
well,
I have nothing in my week, so
I mean, I'm trying to think if I had something in my week. No.
That's the problem is that like and it's nice that people ask like, so how's the progress going? And it's just like all we can say is it's just like we're working.
Yeah.
Like because it's like it's fun, but it's also like really boring to talk about when you do like a long-term project like
Yeah,
this
I mean,
because it's like
what
every day is just like we're working on it.
I don't understand. Isn't it like you when you want to animate something, you are like, yo, we animate something. You sit down, you do the animation, and a week later you have a full movie, 90 minutes.
Yeah, we snap our fingers and then it's
Yeah,
done.
that's
Yeah.
how I understood animation works. I mean, it can't be
Yeah.
that difficult, please.
Feels like a whose line is it anyways prompt of things to say to piss off animators in one sentence. Can you get this done in a week? Can I charge you $80 per minute? Like, Oh, I see. Yeah, my friend David posts someone like DM'd him being like, "Hey, I want you to animate for our short. The rate is $80 per minute of finished animation, colored."
Bruh.
I mean,
just to give people a reference, I have a, I guess this can go into my week. I have a full production, I have a production team now for my Ghostbusters project I'm doing, right? And so I have a character designer and I have 2 board artists. They are lovely. One of them, Amber, actually is working at Warner Brothers right now. Awesome people. Mwah. And I saw that $80 a minute thing, and I was just like, how do you sleep at night doing that? Like, I pay my board artist like $30 an hour, and like, and everything. Like, fucking, I don't. My brain cannot compute being a fucking miser.
I genuinely don't believe that it's always malicious. It's more of a thing where people just don't understand, you know?
People don't know the value of
Yeah,
art.
exactly.
I mean, assuming Keyframe that you allow me to show it off, since it's kind of still part of a project you did. I did an animation once, and I would be willing to produce animation for 80.
Go right ahead,
I
Maxie.
may.
Right
okay,
ahead.
I am an animator, so Dave, Ashley, so that you know you are in good company. I have actually achieved and produced an animation. And you can't already see it. Why is he laughing already?
Cause just the way you said, "I am good company." like.
Yeah, you're welcome. So if anybody's out there looking for a project and wants to pay me $80 for 30 minutes, per minute finished animation, here is my demo reel. Thank you.
Oh, I love it.
Oh my god,
I
that's
did this.
beautiful. You're only charging $80 per minute?
I mean, obviously,
Bro.
including a minute of those.
You should be
3
charging
frames
81.
looping. Wait, is it 3
well,
frames? It's 2 frames, isn't it? It's actually 2 frames.
Yes,
only.
it's.
I
2
love
frames.
Samurai Abstinence Patrol.
I have not even put a frame in between. Wow, I'm lazy.
But yeah, well, I guess you guys have your new animator for Farfetch now.
Yes, I'm on board.
Listen, people out there, if somebody wants to give us $1 million, the pilot will be done in a week.
Oh.
Yeah, for fucking real, man.
Really? I mean, there's still only so much time you can do, or are you just hiring a bazillion?
No, you know what's
outside
funny?
workers?
Like,
Hiring a million people.
I'll drop the bit and like genuinely just tell you guys the harsh truth about indie animation. We could probably have gotten the pilot done already, but if we want to pay our team what's fair, it takes time because money. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We support fair pay.
Yeah, that's the thing where I'm like, yeah, even if you would get $1 million right now, you finishing an animation in a week is not really possible.
Well, I'm being
I know.
hyperbolic.
Yeah, but
but
still.
you know, like,
Because, yeah, I mean, this is the awkward cast. There might be some millionaires watching in the audience, and suddenly somebody comes to you and is like, here's $1 million, and then you are, then you suddenly have to deliver in a week. Just saying.
we joke that, like, because our show, we're keeping 100% independent. Like, you know, we're financing the pilot ourselves with, like, Patreon and, like, small merch, and then going for the full series doing, like, crowdfunding and stuff. We were never gonna fucking sell it to anybody. We're doing it ourselves. We joke though, like the only scenario, which is such a ridiculous thing, is that if some Mr. Moneybags was like, "Hey, I like your show. Here's a bunch of money. Keep doing what you're doing," then we'll be like, "Okay, we'll call you the executive producer." But that's like such a ridiculous scenario that it would never
Just say,
happen.
yes, hello, would you like to give us a ton of money? You get no input, no creative control. Your name just gets put in the credits. What
Just
a
like
promise.
some like random philanthropist, but then that scares me because it's like, okay, what's your motive here?
No, it needs to be
There's
one
gotta
of
be
those.
something.
It needs to be one of those eccentric old biddies who like they design houses with staircases that don't go anywhere. Like like those type, like constantly constantly walking with like a little cane and a nice brimmed hat and being like,
I was about to
certainly
say some
wet
old
out
dude.
today.
I was about to say some old dude with a cane and monocle just like, what? Farfetched? Yes, $1 million. There you go.
Purple dogs and ice cream trucks. $1 million. Like, what?
Somehow still has like an old-timey radio filter on his voice, even though we are in the 21st century.
Yes.
What if it was like it looked like the chocolate lady from the SpongeBob episode, just like, hey, I like that Farfetch.
All I can think of is like the fucking Mel Brooks vampire in the Hotel Transylvania.
Oh, yeah.
just this blue lumpy old man.
Have you ever seen the fucking? Because Young Frankenstein is a masterpiece, right?
Yes.
But have you ever seen? Have you ever seen? I forget what the name of it is. It's the Mel Brooks movie where Leslie Nielsen is Dracula.
It's Dracula. I only know the German title.
Wow, God, what's it called?
The German one's Dracula, tot aber glücklich.
It is nowhere near anywhere as good.
It's Dracula dead and loving it.
That's right.
It is nowhere near anywhere close to Young Frankenstein, but it's, I like Leslie Nielsen, so.
It's just I love that movie because one of the main characters is played by the actor who plays that mysteriously European man in Ghostbusters 2 that becomes like the lackey of the painting.
Yeah, he's Renfield in it, isn't he?
Yeah, he's Thomas Renfield. Where are you from? Upper West Side? I think he's just vaguely Euro. He's nothing else. It doesn't help that his last name is like Mac Nickel, which is so Irish it hurts.
Dude, that's your cousin, Ashley.
I was like, hey, wait a minute.
He was born and raised in Dallas, Texas. And it's just like this story just gets more and more interesting.
It's like you're looking at his genealogy, and it's just like a gumbo. Like, oh my god, like.
How do you somehow have Atlantean in here? I didn't know that was possible.
It's funny because because Quinn, we figured out along the way, because Quinn, his family is Irish, right? Mm-hmm. That's why his name's Huckley. But can we talk about a certain character, Ashley?
Oh, you mean Clodag?
Okay, yes, yeah. Quinn lives with his grandma, Clodagh, who is like this very goofy metalhead Irish grandma who wears Iron Maiden shirts and bunny slippers, and is like, "Where's my medication?" And
she's probably her catchphrase.
I can't
The thing I'm nervous about is figuring out how to write her because neither of us know Irish slang.
But the thing is that we've written her so that she's the only comparable chaotic character to Griff, kind of. And oh god, she's just so wholesome. But we have the joke where also because Quinn has his fancy motorcycle, you find out, right? Later on. Mm-hmm. It's actually his grandma's that he just uses to show off. And she makes take this really nice motorcycle he has, looks sexy, but she puts this ugly sidecar on it. It's I have to get groceries.
Wait, you take me to the store to get groceries.
Yes. And we just we fell in love with this shot of just Quinn looking depressed on his motorcycle, and then Kira in the sidecar just like just the dichotomy of that. Oh god, we're giving away too much for future episodes. Shit, let's stop.
Don't mind me, sweetie. I'm just acting the maggot. You have fun with your friends.
Oh yeah,
it's an actual Irish term. It just means fooling around.
I was about to say.
Ooh, acting the maggot. I like that.
Acting the maggot.
But Keyframe, we know you can do an old lady voice, and also you have a little bit of Irish blood floating in your veins. So I guess we already found the casting.
Here's the thing. I've met a couple of my Irish, because on the side that I don't talk to anymore, those people immigrated from Ireland to America like in like the 60s. So very early, very recent. And I have an Aunt Kitty who lives in America. She's the one I like, and she's like in my grandma's generation. And you know, she's just this little old lady who talks with the Irish accent. But the one I remember more is her sister, which we met when me and Max were in London for a convention. Of course, they come to see me the day that I'm doing cosplay, and I was cosplaying as the ghost girl from fucking Monster Prom, so I'm covered head to tail in blue body paint. And they called my... Oh yeah, they called my mother, and my mother was like, "So how was seeing Chrissy?" And she was like, "Oh, she's lovely. Her friends are lovely, but she seems so blue." It's like, what is she, okay? No,
literally.
No, she was blue.
No, literally blue.
Right.
Yeah, your uncle liked them though.
So if you have any recommendations for old Irish lady voice actors, please let us know.
Yes,
that was mine. Or Emerald. I'm pretty sure that Emerald can also do an old lady voice.
I mean, unless
Irish.
we're going... yes, our friend Sam is actually an Irish filmmaker, but I imagine it would just sound like the fucking, the voice that Zach Hadel does in Smiling Friends with the grandma that's in hell.
Oh my god!
Okay,
Grandma,
Dave, though, I think that would be the perfect casting for
That might be.
Grandma, why are you in...
It's because I cursed and said damn back in 1954 when that burglar shot your grandfather.
How do I look, yellow man? You look like you're gonna tell your friend not to come to school tomorrow, dude.
School tomorrow. That's my favorite line in the whole fucking show. I had to pause the first time I saw that episode and just cry laughing. This is the second week we've been talking about Smiling Friends.
Smiling Friends is a masterpiece.
Smiling Friends is so fucking good.
The funniest thing about Smiling Friends, besides that line, is the Jimmy Fallon parody, where the only big thing that's a parody is this very audible slapping of his
But yeah, Dave, Ashley, meet your new grandmother. That is.
There she is.
That is Emerald.
Oh, she looks so warm and grandmotherly.
Her bones look so brittle.
You want to know how we know that he's an Irishman? When he came on the podcast last and he brought in media, he called House of Gucci a comedy.
Mm-hmm. And explains that in Ireland the people actually laughed throughout the movie.
I love Lady Gaga.
It's Lady Gaga.
We also constantly joke that Clodagh should be voiced by Jacksepticeye.
Yes.
Oh, that would be perfect. I would love. That would be amazing.
I want to see Jack do a grandma voice.
But yeah, talking about big projects, Keyframe, we were, I believe, talking about Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I could talk a little bit about it.
Should I show something? Or is it all a secret?
Yeah, I'll let you show off the thing I sent you. Not the fucked up looking Sally Acorns that we had a conversation about earlier.
Wait, so I heard you want me to show off the fucked up looking. Okay, here we go. I'm not sure what this has to do with Ghostbusters, but sure.
No, this was the two notable things in my week is the production work I've been doing and the fact that this morning I found on Twitter this weird ass picture of Sally Acorn, because me and Max have had multiple discussions about like the weird Archie era of Sonic comics and how like the girls would be like basically just women with furry heads while Sonic is still a string bean looking ass. And then I found this and I was like, is this the other end of the spectrum? And
that's gotta be a piece of Ken Pender's art.
It may be. You want to know what her name is? Because this is a Sally from an alternate universe. Her name is Sally McAcorn. She's supposed to be an Ally McBeal parody. And it's like...
It's still...
It still doesn't make sense, and I don't like it. And then it went down a rabbit hole. I didn't send Max those pictures, but now I just have a bunch of pictures on my phone of Sally, and they kept drawing her with a belly button, and I find that disturbing. Why? She's just... You're not even pretending she has fur. She's just naked.
You know that video? It's like top 10 hottest Sonic female characters. Like,
Rouge the Bat. Isn't it obvious?
I have that video. I have that video downloaded on my desktop because it's great.
have you ever seen
no.
Sonic Funeral?
Yes, I've seen Sonic Funeral. I've seen that entire. Wasn't that a multi-part series thing where then
Yeah,
Sonic
he goes to heaven.
Yeah, and then I thought he went to hell because then he entered an apartment and all the people in the apartment were like those different subculture fetish things with his friends.
There's actually a part in the Farfetch'd pilot where Quinn dies and he goes to heaven and makes out with Sonic.
Wow.
Dave.
What is it?
It's what does it look like?
It's just literal, apparently.
Yes, it's Sonic's funeral.
There he is. He's dead.
It's
Yeah,
like
he's
up.
dead.
It's up there on Death of Superman and Mega. No, the other one, the good one. Optimus
John F.
Prime
Kennedy.
dying.
John F. Kennedy.
Yeah, this one too. Definitely on the same level.
John F. Kennedy dying. God, what a wacky year the '60s was. Actually, this is part of my week.
Oh, really?
No,
I'm
mean,
interested to see how.
Kennedy assassination?
Yeah, exactly. Follow for a week.
No, it's not that. It's the Challenger explosion. Let me continue.
Okay.
So, fucking. All I've been doing this week is really like finishing freelance assignments for other people, so that way I can have more time to work on my own things. Because I revamped my Patreon. I'm working on a bunch of content right now, and then I have this big project, which is basically an entire educational retrospective of the real Ghostbusters cartoon, and like its entire production history and how the episodes were, and because that was a formative cartoon of just my youth and how I write things and why I like stuff, and like I think I've predicted from just making the outlines that it's going to be 3 videos, and each video may go up to 2 hours because there's just so much. That cartoon has such an interesting history of why you should never let executives touch your shit. Like, it goes into racism and sexism. It's insane.
Oh my god.
But, yeah. It's amazing how there was a cartoon that could have gone out of the animation ghetto, and then this group of just nasty, long-nailed executives just grabbed it by its boots and pulled it back in.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways,
I'm excited for this.
Oh yeah, but like and then in between the big educational bits, just to break stuff up, and there's breathing room, there's going to be little short segments that are animated, like limited animation. That's like this little like story that if you string all of them together, they equal 10 minutes, but they're just little breaks. And it involves like just me and my friends. We're somehow Ghostbusters now. Wacky shenanigans. And it's it's just for fun. And it's also because I've studied that show so much, I want to write like that show and do that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's why I got a production team now to make it good. Because
hell yeah, dude.
If I did it by myself, it would never get done. But yeah, so right now both storyboard artists don't start till like March. But right now my character designer is very busy at work, named Spade. They're fantastic, and they've just been pumping out things and character designs, and now they're working on expression sheets and making like a full concept thing of a bunch of different ghosts and monsters because they love drawing monsters, as you should.
You should, honestly.
It's been a lot of fun. It's very fun to lead a project like this and feel like, man, this is the life. I am working and getting financially supported to essentially make educational fan fiction. I am living the dream! So yeah, it's great. It's fucking great. But no, besides that, I've been doing freelance projects for people, and one of them is for Salty DK Dan, and I finished some gags that involved seeing a web browser. And just thinking of the John F. Kennedy assassination made me remember that I have tabs open in the screen in the desktop capture, and I made them all terrible search terms.
Oh
and
no.
And one of them is Big Bird Challenger. Because if you don't know, Big Bird was supposed to be on the Challenger spaceship. Like, literally the guy who ran the Muppet in the Muppet costume. But because the costume couldn't fit into the spaceship, he didn't go on. And they were recording Sesame Street the day it launched and exploded in the sky.
My God. That's like, you know, about like the thing where like apparently Seth MacFarlane missed his
Yeah, he was
flight
supposed to
and
be on the plane that went to the North Tower.
Mm-hmm.
It's so insane. What saved him was a hangover.
Yeah.
I know, but it's like, so I had that, and I think the other tab was Markiplier Kin Archive of Our Own, like AO3, which is already great. But yeah, my week has just been debauchery and then having to put on that professional face and be like, hello, I am director is, let me direct you, yes, and do all that, and it's exciting, and it's been a blast and a half, especially since all my patrons have been really like, oh, this is so cool, and also then making fun of me for how much I like Ghostbusters.
Hey, I can't. I never make fun of you for that because I'm in the same boat.
Yeah. And
Are
there
you
he
sure?
is judging.
I mean, I did.
Hard.
Because of my donators, I have to have Egon Spengler simp on my Twitter profile for the entire month of February.
At least you picked the best Ghostbuster to simp for.
Thank you. God, I do not want to live in the timeline where I simped Venkman. That's incorrect. Unless it's the Garfield sounding cartoon one.
It's either Egon or Winston are the two you should simp
Oh yeah,
for.
Winston. Winston's fantastic.
Ernie Hudson is so wholesome, just IRL. Like,
oh yeah. I love him in Infinity Train when he plays the corgi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I've been having some of my friends watch Infinity Train because they just never had the opportunity, so we've been watching them, and when we got
it's
to
a good show.
Yeah, they were like, wait, that's Ernie Hudson? And it's like, yeah, the Winston is a cute little corgi.
Yep.
But yeah, man, we've been going long, and we haven't even done.
This sure is an awkward cast.
It's true.
No, don't say that. Then we have to go into the post.
No, he said the word. Welcome to the post show. No.
Wait, no.
Oh, but wait, we haven't introduced even the art of the week yet, so we can't. So back to the live.
Yeah. So I am going to be simple, and I'm going to talk about a piece of physical media today for media. So for show and tell, I bought this for $100, and I'm going to explain why I don't regret it.
Fair.
Reason 1, it looks like the Ghost Trap. Reason 2, it opens up. Reason 3, you have all 3 Ghostbuster movies plus this, which has 2 discs worth of special features.
Huh.
Reason 4, this lights up. I like lights for I am a child. But no, real talk. Yeah, I bought, this is the Ghostbusters Ultimate Collection, which has 4K Blu-rays of 1, 2, Afterlife, and then this beauty, which has like 20 hours worth of special features in it. Like,
oh, wow.
Yeah, so, and stuff that's never been seen from any previous releases, which includes like deleted scenes from both films of Ghostbusters 1 and 2. The work print cut of Ghostbusters 1, which if you don't know what that is the cut without any of the special effects. There's alternate takes and placeholders. Let me tell you, it is hilarious to watch them in the library because the ghost isn't there. It's like Garfield without Garfield with half of the ghosts. It's great.
Oh god.
Yeah. But it's also interesting to see it because the parts that the ghost is supposed to be in, the footage is black and white, so you actually kind of get a glimpse into how they post-process everything in there back then with blue screens and stuff.
Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah. Sadly, I hate to inform people that there is not the full deleted scene that gives context to why Dan Aykroyd is getting a blowjob from a Playboy bunny.
Well, listen, I think some things are better left to the imagination.
Ah, no, I feel left out now.
I know,
the
right?
one reason
it's
to
like,
get it. This was the one question, even as a small child who didn't know what a blowjob was, I was wondering about.
I have to live in a world where I know that Dan Aykroyd fucked Carrie Fisher and also got to write a scene where a Playboy bunny became a ghost and gave him a blowy. I can't live with that level of power. But yeah, so they have stuff from both those movies, commentaries, all that goody stuff, and I'm very happy to have it. It's you're holding history in your hands of just all the stuff that's never been seen before by the naked eye, and naked being not working for who makes these movies? Sony. Yeah, not being seen by Mr. Sony and friends, and it's just great to see all of these in like classy slipcovers and stuff, especially since I have seen all these movies. I have seen all these movies back to back to back. I still think Ghostbusters 2 is hilarious. It's a great Saturday
It has its
Night
good
Live.
moments.
It's a series of good moments. You cannot tell me the Titanic scene is not funny, especially with the inexplicable Cheech Marin cameo. Why? But yeah, so I would say I recommend this Ultimate Collection, but I can't because it's sold out.
Well,
and if you
whap, whap.
and when you try to look it up on eBay, people are already scalping it for like $300.
Oh,
People
damn.
are buying it for $300. Keep in mind the original pre-order was $150, and then it got brought down to $100. So, my recommendation: just buy the Blu-rays of the the individual movies, because like the main thing is that you're seeing these in the highest quality you could possibly have. And there's still some special features on them. You're just not going to get all of them because you snooze, you lose, you loser. But there's nothing wrong with being a loser.
They probably didn't even record it back. The original recordings are probably not even in as high a quality as we can have nowadays on DVD or Blu-ray.
I mean, if they were recorded on, what is it, like 45 millimeter or something, then you can upscale it. If it was recorded on film, that's how you do most upscaled things that are proper masters and upscales. So I would assume that Ghostbusters 1 and 2 were recorded on film, given that they're from the 80s. So
yes,
but
you would be correct.
Yes, I can say without a shadow of a doubt that was worth money. I have bought something that is worth money. Don't judge my purchases, because it was worth money.
We're judging you, don't worry.
Given that you didn't pay for this Egan in the background, I will not judge.
Yes, that was a gift. And gift is a very generous term.
It's one of those reverse gifts where you get it and it's like a reverse crime, leaving something there you didn't want.
It's a white elephant gift. But yes, so that's mine. I really did not do much with media consumption this week besides make Max watch Tick Tick Boom.
Yeah.
And then I cried. But and then us starting the new season of Kid Cosmic, but we are not even close to finishing it yet, so but yeah, that's me.
Who wants to go next? How about one of our guests who haven't told me what their media are?
Well, I like I said, I went and saw Jackass Forever yesterday, and it was the hardest I've laughed in a while in a movie theater.
Oh, do tell us about this experience.
It was great. It was like I went at like 12:30 because like Ashley was asleep. Jacob, our roommate, was in a meeting. Michael was watching the dog, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the movie theater for like 2 hours and go watch Jackass. And there were a handful of people there, but it was super fun because everybody was laughing and cringing, and it was fantastic. Because I'm a huge Jackass fan. I have been since like like high school.
Can I show all this?
I mean, this was. Is that the trailer that they showed for the movie?
It's the trailer for the movie, yes.
So this
Okay,
is all...
so I doubt they would put the really bad shit in there if this
No,
is
they
the
don't.
public. Yeah. So, but yes, how does this? Because it's been a while since we've had some jackassery proper.
It was like, it's amazing how like they're all in like their late 40s, early 50s, and it feels like they haven't missed a beat at all. They're still doing this stupidest. I genuinely think Johnny Knoxville is a genius. I really do. Because like all of his like ideas are like Looney Tunes Tex Avery projects that are turned into just trying to hurt his friends. And it's fantastic. There's a scene where it starts off in like this wide shot of like a workout room that you think it is, and then it's like playing like the Rocky theme, and then all of a sudden you cut to like, you know, like in boxing, like those hanging what do they call it, punching bags that like you do that with.
Yeah,
It's that
bags.
But it's Preston Lacey's nutsack through the thing.
Oh!
And they get like this really quick, rapid thing to just go on it like that.
Oh, I don't even have nuts, and I felt sympathy pains.
Speed bag, yeah, it's speed bag. It's like everything you'd expect. If you're into that, listen, I know that Jackass is not for everybody, but if you're into it, go watch it with some friends. If you're comfortable going to the theater, obviously. It is like, I was just so happy. Like, it was so nice to just go. It's like what the world needs right now. Just stupid, dumb humor and all this like chaos going on. Like,
I forgot about the bear.
Yeah. Oh god, dude, the bear almost gave me like the, because they don't show the whole. Obviously, the context of the movie like almost gave me like an anxiety attack.
Yeah.
Like, it's fantastic. So yeah, I recommend Jackass Forever, movie of the year.
I mean, like, I've seen the Jackass films. I didn't go to the theater, but you know, I've seen them. I mean, Jackass is just a series of, hey, what if a bunch of high school friends just had enough money to do wacky shit to hurt each other? Because I've met people like the Jackass crew where they're just like, hey, you know what would be funny if we just take this shopping cart and go right into a wall. Like,
the thing is that like and maybe this is like kind of crazy to say, yes, it's stupid, but I also think it's art because of the way that they're done. They structure them all so like the bits are like, there's one that's like goofy, absurd, one that's gross, one that's like gnarly, and it's all like, so like you constantly have a different reaction. You never have the same one. And to me, it's like, it is art the way it is. It's a study of the human ingenuity, the Jackass films.
Mean, that's why I've never given people shit when there's on America's Got Talent, when some of the fucking talent is just... There was one year where there was a guy, and he made it pretty far, where his entire bit was just creative ways of getting himself hit in the nuts. Where he made full Rube Goldberg devices that their end goal was to crush his cojones.
and there's brilliance in that. It's like the idea of like, you go so far out of your way to do something so stupid.
Yeah, and look, Max, I know you're shaking your fucking head, but you as the
no, it's the funny thing is, it's less about the art statements, because to a certain degree, sure. What I'm shaking my head over is you say those are guys that by now are in their 40s, and
yes,
they just break the. I mean, how many of them are trained stuntmen, if any? None of them, right?
None of them, no.
So yeah, they are just risking serious injury for art would be your argument, but as somebody who has no sense of aesthetic or artsiness or whatever, this argument doesn't have any weight for me. So I look at it and I'm like, those are just a bunch of jackasses hurting themselves.
Well,
I mean,
yes,
that's
thank you.
fine,
Good
too.
job. You understand.
And the reason why the Jackass gang is
I need
so
to
much
parrot.
respected compared to like dumb YouTube pranksters and stuff is because like the joke is that they just do it to themselves
Yeah.
as friends.
Yeah, they don't inflict things upon random citizens besides being weird.
I'm with you. Respect for them in that regard, but still, the general action of...
Look, I don't know, man. If I had a bunch of friends who were willing to do like, hey, I have this wacky idea that is going to involve a very fragile part of your body just getting eviscerated, I would take that in a heartbeat.
But would you partake?
No.
See, that's
Because
the point. And Jackass only works as a show if everybody joins in.
I mean, I would do the stuff like getting slapped by the giant hand into the pool, but I'm talking about like the speed bag testicle punching, like, or because look, I don't have nuts. I am sad. I am sorry. I do not.
I used to do when I was in high school and college. I would do dumb shit like that with my friends. Like I totally at one point, like I remember we did a thing where it was like we just called it golf balls, where it was just like I let my friend like he had a driver and a golf ball and just hit it into my nuts in college. And
I'm not sure. Something must be wrong with me because I never had this phase. Not in high school, not in college, not today.
I let my we went to a I bought a $20 stun gun, and my friend said I'll give you $30. So only if you think about that, it's only $10 for buying it. If I can stun you, and they did, and yeah. So now I know what that's like, and I can say I know what it's like. So it sucks.
Look, I'm just saying. I am just saying. I doubt that there are many men who haven't gone to a playground, say a seesaw, and one thought in their mind would be, I wonder how that thing would feel if it hit me in my nuts. Like it's just, I even if it's subconscious, I have looked at things and being like, man, I really hope that doesn't hit me in the tit. I think we all have the security sense.
Oh yeah.
How is that thing going to feel if that thing hurt me? Like it is a protection. The thing about the Jackass crew is that they have those thoughts, but they utilize it to get hurt because they put it on their own terms. They have the nerves of steel, and given some of them maybe prosthetics, but like
the last thing I'll say about this, because I know we want to move on, is it is on one of the things on my bucket list is for Johnny Knoxville to kick me in the balls.
That is such a very hyper-specific bucket list thing.
I mean, I have a lot of stuff on my bucket list, but that's one of them. I told Ashley because I was like, I would love Johnny Knoxville to do a voice in Farfetch'd, and I was like, if we get him somehow, it's like in the recording studio, I'm like, hey Johnny, just do me this favor real quick, like
Johnny Knoxville for Farfetch. Kick Gabe and ball.
I hope you just have to write that his character has to make like a sound like he's kicking someone, and he's like, no, your motivation is off. We need you to really feel it. Hold on. Dave, get in here. So just kick Dave in the nuts. What?
You guys don't understand like the things I will do for this show because I believe in Farfetch, and I'm so proud of it. Ashley and I've talked because we're doing, like I said, we're gonna do like crowdfunding for like the full episodes of the series. I have said like for stretch goals, like I will get like a tattoo of Papa Swirl or something for like a stretch goal. Like you don't understand. I believe in this project. Like
I just think Dave wants an excuse to get a Papa Swirl tattoo
Hey,
and is acting like it's some gracious deed.
Shut up. Right.
It's a charitable donation, just with justification.
But I think it would be funny though, like, as a stretch goal. Like we will go to the tattoo shop and video me getting like a Papa Swirl tattoo.
Like in the middle of a charity driving stream, just the moment when we drive over to the tattoo shop, or we just have a fucking tattoo artist on hand in the fucking office.
Dude! Oh, that'd be sick. Oh,
Now the question is,
man.
where is the tattoo going to be? That's
Probably,
the
Probably like
Top
here.
donator gets to fucking pick where the tattoo
No,
is.
they're gonna like be like face tattoo, like Mike Tyson.
I want Papa Swirl's face right on the bell
See,
end.
the two tattoos I have my. It's hard to see, but I have my jack-o'-lantern there, and I have my Devin Townsend project there, so my arms. But
Dave,
I
how
want
much
it on
money
the
would
back of-
someone
I
have to
on the
donate
back
to
of your
give
neck.
get a Papa Swirl tattoo on your dick?
okay, all right. You want me to be completely honest with you?
What is the number? I need to know.
I'm trying to think what the number would be, because we've said before, if I could say this, Ashley, if it's fine, our dream goal to tell the full story of Farfetch'd is we want to make 3 seasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
If somebody was able to finance the entire 3 seasons of Farfetch'd, I will get it on my dick.
That's millions, Dave!
Can you?
It's a dick tattoo! What are you talking about? Like,
That's an expensive dick.
Can you?
it's also, my dick is like so small, it's like you're not even gonna fit it on there. Like,
If you're asking if you can get a dick tattoo, yes, it's possible. The thing is that you gotta keep in mind the for lighter terms, you gotta keep in mind how does the design adapt to
The shape.
Oh yeah.
I will say, no, Keyframe, I gotta tell you, when I got my Jack of Skull tattoo, the guy, my tattoo artist Nick, really cool guy, but I was just like making conversation with him because, you know, it was my first time getting a tattoo, and I asked him straight up, like, what is like the weirdest tattoo you've ever had to give? And he said, like, no, straight up, I've had to give like a guy a dick tattoo, and it was really awkward because I had to keep getting him erect to do the art, and I'm like, Jesus Christ! Like,
So you basically.
it's like the most. I'm gonna avoid using the A word to end the show.
That's a pro move. I mean, you know, all the people who go to a massage parlor and be like, "Hey, can I get a happy end?" You go to the tattoo parlor.
There you go.
Bam!
No, and
Life hack.
See here. You want to know before
Also-
we move on to Ashley
also-
or Max's media?
yeah.
Let me.
Also,
let me-
PSA, if you Google dick tattoo, I mean, obviously you find some tattooed dicks.
We're not putting that on screen.
No, we are not. But also, you find a lot of tattoos of dicks.
Oh,
Hey,
sure.
look,
I'm sure there's a lot more of one than the other.
I'll say this. I would rather get a tattoo of a dick than get a tattoo on my dick.
Yeah, who wouldn't?
Like,
Okay.
I mean, then
Okay,
again,
this
then
doesn't
again.
go on screen, but this one made me laugh because it's someone's leg that they just put the veins and the tip of.
Ah, yeah,
You
that's the
can
dick
never
tattoo.
wear shorts ever
No.
again.
It's so bad.
Yeah, I saw
But-
another one on Google that was basically a dick coming out of the pants tattooed like over the entire chest.
Yes, I see that one just now.
happy 200, everybody.
Happy 200!
But no. Here's the thing. Here's my grand scheme to fuck over the life of someone I don't like. Inspiration from the showrunners of Farfetch'd. So I'm going to one day make a bet with it has to be a dude I don't like, and I just want to ruin his life. Don't worry,
Adam
Max.
Sandler.
Say. Yeah,
I was
yeah,
about
Adam
to
Sandler.
say, I feel like I'm the target right now.
No. I have vested interest in you. You're fine. So yeah, we'll pick a random person. Rob Schneider. I'm going to make
Okay.
a bet with Rob Schneider. And I'm going to rig it so that way I'm the one who wins. But the thing is, if he loses, I have to pick a tattoo that he has to have on his penis. I win. I make him get a tattoo of a Jack in the Box. So the tip of the head of the penis is the clown head that's on Jack in the Box. And the rest of it is a spring. And so whenever he has relations with someone, it has to go and you could never take it seriously.
This is implying
I-
that Rob Schneider would have relations with someone.
I mean, he's had like 3 wives. He's had relations enough, I guess. I guess people really want the guy who had such little to do in the 90s. The only notable work of 1995 was a Frosted Cheerios commercial. Deadass, if you look at his filmography, he did nothing in 1995 besides one Cheerios commercial.
I mean, the fact that he went through 3 marriages kind of makes you wonder if he actually got to show his Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Maybe I'm helping him. It will give him a reason to be like, hey, you want to see something really funny?
But yeah.
But yes, so that's
exactly.
That is Dave's.
To
Ashley, tell us about your interesting media after all that.
The only media
Don't say Deadliest Catch.
Don't beat me to it! The only media I've consumed for the last, month. So, when I'm working, I'm only able to, watch things that I don't really have to pay attention to. And there's so much good media out there, but I need to find the time to, sit down and consume it. And I don't generally have time for that, so I just have to put on crap that I can just listen to. So I have watched through, and this isn't my media, but I have watched through, Grey's Anatomy, 3 times, and I don't give a shit about Grey's Anatomy, but I have also now begun binging fucking Deadliest Catch, and I went from, Season 2, Episode 1,
I put a video in
to,
the chat.
to Season 5, the end of Season 5 in a couple weeks, and I feel myself getting really invested, I get distracted from work, because I'm oh no, what's happening on the Northwestern? Is Sig Hansen okay?
I can't judge you, Ashley, because 2 of my work shows are Pawn Stars and fucking a show on the same network that is just about 3 separate tow truck companies and the and the wacky adventures they have.
They're such good, chill, just shit to have on. It's just the lives of random people, you know?
I'll sometimes.
Look, I feel like this is more conducive content than Tiger King, you know,
Oh, absolutely. I hate the Tiger King shit. To be real.
Yeah.
I'll say something mine is every once in a while I'll just binge diners, drive-ins, and dives. Guy Fieri.
Oh, I can't watch that. It gets me way too hungry.
Oh, I have to be munching on something, but
yeah, fucking. I love Guy Fieri. He's a stand-up dude.
At the butcher shop I used to work at in Louisiana for 6 years, we used to carry his donkey sauce in the store.
Have you ever seen his trash can nachos?
No.
Okay, well, Ashley, talk about Deadliest Catch, and I'm gonna get a picture of trash can nachos.
There's not much to talk about. It's just we go out to ocean to get big crab.
We're
not getting enough big crab. Oh no, we must get more big crab. We found the big crab. Yay! We go back to shore, make money on big crab. That's just it. That's just it. 3 or 4 times a season. That's just all there is. And I'm I want
and
to
they
watch
die
the
for
big
this
crab.
shit, on camera.
So
many motherfuckers have died during this show.
So
holy fuck.
So the deadliest in the title is literal.
Yes.
It's literal. Yes. Every season they show at least one boat sinking and people dying and shit. I'm what the hell?
Listen, the Deadliest Catch is syphilis.
What, are they just giving each other STDs on the boat? What are you doing?
Can you just imagine?
We don't talk about what happens out in the Bering Sea.
Could you just imagine, the narrator, on the Northwestern, Captain Higgs has come down with H.
I used to TV, and so has their entire batch of trout.
I used to live in fucking Seattle, and one day, the Northwestern, which is the fishing vessel that's on that show that's from Seattle, it was out in the harbor by my house, and it was I saw a fucking celebrity. I was oh my god, can I go down there and check it out? And my boyfriend at the time was a total sack of shit. And he was what? No, that's stupid. What the fuck? And I'm I want to go over there and see the Northwestern.
I want to see Big Crab.
I want to see Big Crab boat.
Is there any notable, from the Deadliest Catch, is there any notable catches that you were like, what the fuck?
I mean, all they do is just catch crab. Like, crab
all
one, the crab. Yes, it's all crab. It's all
It's
crab,
all just
all the
big
way
crab.
down. That's all they do is
sorry.
catch crab.
I couldn't stop laughing at Big Crab.
Also, in the in our group chat,
Ew!
Guy Fieri's trash can.
Ew! That
You
looks
wanna know
like that looks like the deadliest catch you get.
That's the syphilis.
Ew!
Yeah, you want to know how he does them? So he stacks the nacho ingredients in a tin can, and he packs them in so tightly that when he flips the tin can over and pulls it up, it keeps its shape. And the reason why it's called trash can nachos is because he made it with an actual trash can once.
Yes, we can see
I don't
here.
know how. Yeah. Look, Guy Fieri is an amazing man. When there was the wildfires and stuff, he would just come down and cook food for everyone. If I
mean,
saw
listen.
him making trash can nachos, I would be like, you know what? This is very indicative of my mood right now.
Imagine that, like, you haven't had a meal in, like, 4 days. You're starving, and you're like, oh, God, please, anything. And all of a sudden, Guy Fieri just dumps that out, and you're just like, you know what? I'll take my chances.
like fucking Chica in Security Breach, just eating straight up garbage, like.
Oh, God.
And it's just, oh God. But yes, do you recommend Big Crab, Ashley?
Dude, Deadliest Catch, I won't lie, I actually kind of fucking love this show. Like, I don't know what it is.
You watch it all the time. You obviously love it.
Like, it's not, there's no substance there, like, not really. Like, I was joking with Dave earlier, it's like, I've never seen fucking Twin Peaks, like, I've never seen all these great, like, classic fucking pieces of media, but if you want to ask me what happened in fucking season 3 of Deadliest Catch, I'll fucking tell you, boy. Fucking, yeah, I don't know, there's something just interesting about, like, diving into the lives of people who have lived completely different experiences from your own, like, just wildly different experiences from your own.
Sure.
And just being like, man, what would it be like if, like, my life had went in this direction? Or, like, what would it be like to be in their shoes, you know? Just fucking, fucking pondering life, I guess. And at the end of the day, it just makes me grateful that I'm an artist who lives in her fucking comfy house and doesn't have to leave my chair.
Ashley, here's my question for you, though.
Yeah.
Because I've said I want Johnny Knoxville to kick me in the nuts, okay? Would you let one of the Deadliest Catch crab members snap you with a crab?
Any of the boys from Deadliest Catch could punch me in the boob and I would be proud.
What if they had to, like, what if they took a crab and, like, grab your boob?
Big crab!
One on
Big crab. Be having crab for dinner that night.
You let them pinch one on each side, and then you can swing them.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no!
I would just go, ah!
I want to believe that Michael is somewhere in the house, and they heard that, and it's like, not my circus, not my monkeys, not my monkeys, not my circus.
All of us in this house are constantly screaming so often that one time Dave fell over and genuinely got very hurt and yelled, and we all thought it was a bit and just ignored it until he had to, like, call us and be like, guys, no, I seriously need help.
I was on the phone with a friend of mine, and I was letting the dogs outside, and Ashley's border collie Missy, who's a sweetheart, but sometimes she just, like, gets too excited, runs too fast. She ran right at me going outside, and to go to the brick area, there's like a drop off, and I tripped and fell and went face first into the brick and, like, completely snapped my hand and pinky back. And I'm just on the ground, like, oh, and I'm just screaming, like, ah, and then I finally just get on the phone, like, please, guys, help. And they're like, oh, we thought we were just doing a bit. And they're like, no, I'm actually hurt.
Oh, no.
Like, one of us could be getting stabbed to death, and nobody else in the house would know and be like, oh, they're just being wacky.
All those crazy kids.
But, yeah.
Oh.
8 minutes of Deadliest Catch clip are now done, so...
Yeah, so that was the media was definitely his catch, big crab.
Everybody
about you,
watch
Max?
Big Crab.
So
Yes, Max.
yeah. So what about me? So obvious update on Book of Boba Fett. So the episode this week, once again, the show is on a way to betterment. I mean, nothing beats the episode from 2 weeks ago.
By having less Boba Fett in it.
Exactly. This week we only had like a minute of Boba Fett and we were still following Din around to the point where I'm starting to call it in my head Mandalorian Season 3. So I'm still undecisive, so I'm not making it my official media. Instead, what I have spent, literally, as I noticed earlier, not hundreds, but far over 100 hours on since the beginning of the year, is my media that I have grown a little bit obsessed with, which is funny, because I believe I got this from Yuki, like ages ago, as a gift. And I played it on... I did play it on Gaming and Ties, didn't I?
We did like one round of it. And
Exactly.
Then we got sidetracked with other things. I think this was right before you started doing Terraria with Yuri, but
Yeah, could be. But it was like, yeah, I took one time and it didn't capture me back then. But now that I had the feeling that it could click with me, but I didn't reach the click point back then. But now I did. And as Denim can testify, Jesus. I got quite into the game in recent history. And I have, once again,
said the name of it? You haven't said the name of it.
Oxygen not included. Did I actually not say the name?
No, you just said this is one that I've been obsessed with, and Chrissy got it for me.
Okay, Oxygen not included. So as you have
Thank you.
potentially
Man,
seen
we've been doing this for 200 episodes, you fucking drill bit. Like...
But yeah, point being, so what is it? As you probably could tell from the trailer earlier, it's a base building thing. It has a little bit of a research tree where you unlock more shit. Shit gets that allows you to do more, to replace inferior stuff with superior stuff. And also, it starts out relatively easy. You have a little bit of oxygen. You can just put in some thing that turns algae into oxygen, and with your starting 3 guys.
Like owning a fish.
Yeah.
Like owning a fish.
Yeah, but with your first 3 guys, it's all easy, all chill. You can just turn weird. You can literally. The first food you produce is literally just dirt and water pressed into some kind of bar that then they then eat and are like, it's so gross, but they still keep eating it. It's great. And at some point, it starts to become a little bit more tricky, especially when you have not planned your base properly. And I first played it, my first playthrough, when I properly picked it up a few weeks ago, and I played to a certain point, and I was like, seeing all the mistakes I made, and I only, whoopsie, there goes my ring, and only realized after like, I don't know, 10, 20, maybe 30 hours, and I have no feeling of time anymore. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, I could either try to one by one rearrange my entire base to then be able to continue with the efficiency that I now that I unlocked more of the research to and know what comes can do. Or I just start new. And so I started new, and I'm now in my second proper world that I actually put...
The timeline where you are God is a terrifying one, because you would just do reviews all the time.
Scrap, new. Yeah, and then, of course, that is what this game is for. For people who then go nuts about making the systems work, but who are probably not obsessive enough to play, for example, Factarion. I look at Factarion, I'm like, oh, this looks exhausting. But it is basically similar type of game like Factarion, so where you all get all those mechanisms to properly work in combination with each other. Né? You have your energy factory over here. Energy factory, that's the term now. So where you produce energy with different generators, and then you have a backup. And you use the coal one too often, but then you find a source for natural gas, but the natural gas only comes infrequent, and you need to compensate for that, and then you need to get electricity everywhere. This kind of shit.
But Mac,
Yes.
when does Big Crab come in, though?
I believe we are still waiting on that DLC.
I mean, we still there are many factors missing here, like Big Crab.
No Big Crab.
Where's the function? Where's the function where you can get each person to kick each other in the nuts?
I'm missing. I'm still waiting on those DLCs.
Where's the part where Big Crab pinches your nuts?
Yeah, are you saying that's not the Energy Factory?
That is a crossover more ambitious than the MCU.
To be fair, though, if a big crab pinched your nuts, you would run out of oxygen.
It's true.
So
it's true.
How it
so
works.
that's how it all comes together. How also our media are actually connected. Except for Keyframe's Ghost Trap, it just doesn't fit.
That's how these characters escape the simulation. They get pinched in the nuts, and then they suddenly realize that above them is just a computer screen with this one blue-eyed German just relaxing in his chair, going.
Yeah. But yeah. So.
Oh God! I activated Cortana. Okay. No, go away.
Oh.
Anyway, so oxygen not included. So as you could probably tell by my blah a moment ago, you need to be in a certain type of you need to like those fiddly base building optimization stuff, but you also need to be a dirty casual who doesn't want to go all in on it, and it's like, yeah, but give it to me with cartoony little duplicants who are not even real people and have no souls. I mean, this is literally yeah, but I mean, it has actually proper base building, not like those. Not to shit on it because I love it. Dungeon Keeper, for example, is also like treated as a base managing game, but you have like your rooms, and the room is a thing. Bam, no problem. No deeper thought required, and then you can focus on battle.
Kind of like the Fallout Shelter mobile game, except it doesn't go to pay to play at a certain point.
Yeah, no. Fallout Shelter was still too basic. This Oxygen not included is definitely more complex. So you need to have this fiddly mindset. If you do, I would say it might be fun. It took me a little bit to get it rolling, but after it got it rolling, now I'm obsessed and can't stop anymore. I just hope that it will fade once I finish the first world, or I will be then like, and now a more challenging asteroid. But yeah, I guess I will see how that develops. So who do I recommend
would
it
say
to?
So.
People,
you recommend it to people who want to play God?
Maybe. If being God is that much work, I don't want to do it. No, people who have OCD, but not too drastically. A little bit of OCD.
That is a terrible thing to say!
I know.
Stop self-diagnosing yourself with video games, you ninny!
I imagine being God would be a lot of work.
Yeah, exactly.
No shit, you invented everything. You're everyone's dad.
Oh, Jesus.
Big Dad.
This wasn't even intentional.
Big Dad, Big Crap.
Can we listen, Christians everywhere, please start calling God Big Dad instead.
I mean, yeah.
Sky Daddy.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically how Jesus referred to him. He was like, yo, Dad. And Jesus is the first Christian, so therefore, logical conclusion.
Yeah, it basically all Christians watching, because obviously we are basically a youth group here.
Yes.
Just when you have to do your sacraments at night, you have to say, to Big Dad, to Little Son.
When you put your Eucharist wafers in a bowl of milk and make cereal.
Oh, that sounds disgusting. They say that graham crackers were invented to reduce the rates of masturbation. No, I fully believe that the wafers you get at church are supposed to do that. Because if you get excited eating a church wafer, you're already going to hell.
Yeah. Well, let's wrap up this sacrilegious fest.
Yes. So, Missy Momo made this artwork. It's cool because I've been playing the Ghostbusters video game. It's fun. It's great. My audience and my fans make it hell because it's basically putting a giant target on my back to get bullied by my Egon love. But yes, thank you for that. Now, questions.
Yes.
Did we get any on Twitter?
One big eternal lightning round, I guess. So,
Yes.
starting, first time asker, Baked Chickens asks, a question
Baked
for
Chickens.
Yeah, Baked Chickens. It's a great name. And the profile pic is actually a raw chicken, still has feathers and everything. What has been the most embarrassing thing you've ever done?
I didn't want to go to therapy today.
Well, I one time invited Dave Capdevielle to work as a writer on my show.
Great, I wanted to make a joke about this podcast, but now you basically stole it.
Damn it!
I was gonna make a joke saying like I once agreed to work with Ashley.
Great
that
I always-
agreed to
great
do a
that-
pod. God, the top row and the bottom row were just thinking alike here, weren't we?
Jesus,
No,
okay.
let me think. What is something embarrassing that has happened to me?
I have grown so numb to it since I am a professional clown now, at least in my free time. Professional
guess,
clown
like-
as a hobby.
I guess like I have one from my childhood, and everyone loves a Chrissy childhood story. So, when I was like a little kid, so we're talking like 3 or 4, still wearing overalls, like kind of young, we went to a petting zoo. And we were in a little area with goats and sheep where you could feed them through a bottle or with oats. And, you know, me with my tiny baby hands on, obviously thought, I can't hold both of these with both hands. So I put the bottle in my back pocket so I could feed the oats to the sheepies. And then I hear the noise of... And I look behind me, and there's a bunch of baby goats chasing me because I have the bottle in my back pocket, but I couldn't put 2 and 2 together because I was a baby. And so I was just running around the petting zoo screaming while baby goats chased me for like a solid 3 minutes. The goats
Oh
were
my
just
God.
trying to bite my ass.
Think about it this way, silver lining and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you would have born like a decade or so later, and this would have happened to you at a similar age.
It would have been on Twitter. Or
Exactly.
TikTok or
Everybody
something.
would have stood there with a smartphone and record you running in circles.
Oh, my life would be ruined. I'm so
Or-
glad that
or-
I was not with the internet generation when I was
Or
a
your
little
career
baby.
got a kickstart.
No, I don't want. No. I caused so many things that happened when I was a little kid. I would not want to have all that plastered on YouTube. I drank out of dog bowls when I was a little kid because I thought I was a dog. The internet would not be kind to baby Chrissy. But yes, so that's my embarrassing moment. What about you, Dave?
Oh gosh.
Did your pants ever
Oh,
fall?
I know.
Oh no. Okay.
When oh god, Ashley knows this story. When I used to go on jogs, I know it's surprising. I used to go on jogs in my old neighborhood back home, and I had a certain route I would take throughout the whole neighborhood, and literally when I hit right at the halfway point, as far away from my house as possible, it just hit me. I had to poop, and this was not the kind of thing that was gonna be waited on. So what happened at the time? This was when I was in high school. This wasn't like 2 days ago, I promise. I used to bring a family friend of ours because we went to the same high school together. He was a couple of years below me. I used to drive him with me to school in the mornings, right? And I was like, okay, their house is right around the corner. I'm going to ask if I can use the restroom. Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I sort of, big crab walk my way there, trying to not unleash the beast. And I get there. I knock on the door, and no one's answering. I don't think
No.
anybody is home. And I keep banging and banging, and I'm like, oh no! And then it just came out while I was standing on their doormat.
Oh
and so I shat myself on their doormat. And
Did they
what I did was
everything
I just
after?
waddled my way because they had like kind of a drop off in their driveway area, and I fixed myself up with some leaves, and then I just took my underwear and chunked it over a fence, and then I just went back home as fast as I could and took a shower.
You couldn't wash away the sin.
Listen, you asked for the most embarrassing thing.
True.
No,
It's
no.
true.
The
I
thing that
mean-
I'm laughing at is not just the story, but it's because my dad had a very similar story. We were driving up from where we lived in Indiana to Indianapolis because he won $600 in a scratcher ticket, and he was like, we need to stop at a McDonald's. We need to stop at a McDonald's. And it was like, okay, Steven. And then he goes into the bathroom, and then he comes right back out. It's like, you didn't get food? No, I shat myself and I threw the underwear away. And all of us were just like, Steven! That poor McDonald's employee who's going to have that discovery. And he's just like, it was either going to stay in here, the car was going to be in there. Be thankful I picked the latter. And it's just like, Steven, why?
People in the chat are asking why. What do you mean why? It wasn't a choice. I didn't be like, oh boy, I'm going to poop myself in the street. Like no. This was it's hard to stop a train once it's going down the tracks, you know?
I mean, sure. Ashley, what about you?
So if we're gonna go with shitting ourselves stories,
Not
let's go.
necessarily.
Oh no!
I wasn't
please.
aware
So-
that everybody needs to have such a story.
I don't have one. I was being the messenger.
So I was really, really, really unbelievably sick when I was a young teenager, and I had just gotten a new boyfriend, and I finally was feeling better, so we hopped on Skype and like had a video call, and I was talking to him, and then I felt like I had to release gas, and then it wasn't gas. And I just freaked out, forgot to turn off my webcam as I got up to leave, and fucking, I was like, I gotta BRB, and when I got up, it was very obvious what happened, and my boyfriend at the time laughed his ass off and then told every single one of his fucking friends about it, and so all of them were fucking making jokes about it for the next, like, year. And I was mortified.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
I
That
cannot
reminded
top
me of a
this.
And
No,
that was
no,
the
that's
first and last time I ever shat myself. I never am going to do it again.
Yeah, Max's
I mean-
story is gonna be like, I went to the bank without my wallet or something like it's completely tame. Like,
I lost my passport at a theme park after making fun of the person with me for constantly checking their back
Yeah, but we
pockets.
already talked about this just a few weeks ago.
I know.
Uh,
I was tempted to talk about me throwing up an entire bottle of Coke in an empty house.
this whole
But
story
we've
has also
talked
been
about
on
that
the show,
story
yeah.
so much. Ashley's story just reminded me of that because Max was there when it happened, and I'm throwing up all over my aunt's house trying to get water to stop it, and I can hear Max echoing in the house laughing through the iPad. And when I finally came back in the room and I was just like, why were you laughing? He's just like, honestly, it's out of relief, man. Like, I would be more concerned if you didn't throw up an entire 2-liter bottle of Coke. But come on, you must have had an embarrassing story from your youth of you getting hurt in a stupid way or something.
I actually have an embarrassing work story, if this counts.
Oh, go ahead. This is going to be good.
So yeah, I am working at a relatively casual tone Berlin startup, and especially when I started there in my first few years, we were a lot smaller, a lot more startup spirit. Which is unusual in Germany. We don't even, we talk, no matter where you are on the hierarchy, everybody's on first name basis to a point where I barely know people's last names. So casual tone, just to set the mood, what's going on. And so we had a partner, which I, for obvious reasons, not going to name, like partner, big company. And we were supposed to...
Let's just call them YouTube.
Okay, yeah, sure. Let's call them YouTube, which is obviously not the case, because why would we work with them? But yeah, so YouTube was supposed to cooperate with us on a certain aspect, and I was kind of not in charge, but I was kind of the guy who had to manage in a clerky position to kind of manage the input from YouTube, and it just wasn't going well. So I wrote an email to my superior, in which I described in great detail why this is all not going great and why I'm unhappy with this and whatnot. And the email was like in an aggressive but kind of still proper tone.
Yes.
Yeah. However, the subject line was vaguely translated into English.
Suck my dick, dumb shit.
Not that bad, but basically YouTube tomfuckery. And well, my superior read primarily the context of the email and was like, "Oh, this is criticism to our partner," and he forwarded the mail to the higher ups of this big company partner without adding the subject line, and I'm still CC in it, and I'm like, oh no, why is there YouTube tomfuckery? Oh no! And then more and more replies from those higher ups in the bigger partner come like, I hear you're concerned, and so I'm like, oh my god, and 2 or 3 mails down the line. At some point, somebody is trying to be very moderate, like, well, then again, we do not appreciate the tone in the subject line. It's kind of unprofessional. And my superior comes to me after this email, like, because, I mean, he was part of the screw-up by forwarding this email with the subject line. So he was not actively angry with me. He was just like, Max, in the future, just in this kind of emails, in the subject line generally, not this kind of tone, But he could not be angry with me because the bigger fuck up was still happening
sounds like a
by
disappointed
him.
parent.
No, I mean he objectively speaking, he committed the bigger fuck up by forwarding this internal, very, very colloquially worded email. But I was so dying, and I saw those emails coming in, and I'm like, please stop forwarding, please stop answering with the same subject line, please don't involve more people in the conversation, oh god! And I was, at this point in time, I was still a small cog in our company, like, barely out of traineeship.
Max, with your story compared to all of ours, with goats chasing my ass, 2 people shitting themselves, and yours is the worst story. It's like you're the chaperone of all of us right now. Funny enough,
there is still a common theme, because the actual German title was not Tomfuckery, it was Verarsche. So basically, like fuckery, but not with the curse word of fuck, but with the curse word of ass in it within the German translation. So hey, all our stories are about ass.
Yes, we're ass men here.
But moving on with this lightning round.
Yes, I have a great question. This one's from Magical Dude, saying, if you could have 200 of anything, what would it be? Fitting episodes
of my own podcast. No, I mean, I already got this, so I guess I have to see.
We got this whether we wanted to or not.
So I guess I have
200 of anything.
I have to answer with my second most favorite, I guess, since I got my favorite already.
Yeah, goddamn, Jesus. Can you turn? You're at like a 10. I need you at like a 3. Right now. But I'm the 10 here. I'm the captain here. But Dave, if you could have 200 of anything.
Oh my god. That's a tough question. I'm trying to think like what would be like fun enough or like valuable enough to warrant that much space. I think I currently have 200 VHS tapes. I will say that at least. But that doesn't count.
Okay, let me pitch you an idea.
Okay.
air horns. So in the middle of
Okay,
the night,
you're speaking my language.
you home alone a bunch of air horns just around the house that all have like string connected to them, so you could just go, and then at the break of dawn, you just hear the ringing of 200 air horns in the house.
Someone said, no, Dr. Whoopa said 200 episodes of Farfetch fully completed. We're not making 200 episodes.
You already established only
I was
3.
going to
This
be a
is
shitting joke.
He's like, I want 200
Who
episodes
is
of
this mysterious
Farfetch.
person in the background? I believe the mysterious in Dave's background. There's a mysterious person. It's not.
Okay, how about this? I know what I want.
We are ignoring the mysterious person. Okay.
Oh,
We
okay.
don't acknowledge the mysterious
I was
person.
trying not to acknowledge this.
The funny thing is, you can't actually see them in the stream. Right, I can move it a bit.
So, Aubrey, our roommate Sheba, has been just transfixed on the food I have in here and keeps begging, and Michael has been trying to slowly coerce her out of the room.
Trying my best. She won't leave. Oh my god, we got a third guest now! Kovacs! Wow!
Is it already
There he
episode
is.
300?
Just grab her, yeah.
Support, because I think Kovacs is actually part of a pilot that's on Kickstarter right now that I'm supporting.
Yeah, it's called The
Lumi.
Simpsons.
Oh, no.
Anyways,
Support-
200
yeah.
off.
No,
but-
Lumi in the Big Galaxy, yeah.
Yes, that's always a good one. But yes, 200 is
Get out of
something.
here.
200 Shibas.
So how about
would
this?
Want,
I
would
didn't
want-
answer yet.
No, fuck off. I would want $200.
I was gonna say I want 200 $100 bills, and
Yeah,
then we
there
have
you go.
$200,000 to make far-fetched.
That's actually.
Oh man, that'll
that's
make
actually
one
smart.
episode. Hell yeah.
Yay!
I mean, that is, and it's one episode more than what's already there. But okay,
Oh.
Ashley, do you want 200 big crab?
I want 200.
200
big
crabs, dude.
Oh god, 200. It would smell so bad. So much seafood smell.
I want 200 free meal vouchers from DoorDash.
That's actually smart.
Food
Yeah.
just arrives. I don't have to fucking do any work. Or I can keep working and then the food just is delivered to my house and I don't have to worry about it. Be nice.
Install a system where they could just drop off the food at your door and it goes down like a gutter system, and you just it's like one of those water things for hamsters, and it's just right there and you just go. Can you
That's
imagine
what
like
I need.
a Chipotle burrito bowl just going down there? Like
I want 200 rats I can train to kill.
you just be Bruno from Encanto, just
Yes,
more
or that,
malevolent.
or the
Or Rat Catcher. Yeah, from Suicide
Yeah.
Squad.
Yeah. Okay, Max. What would you have?
I was thinking back and forth, and I would say 200 actually good, funny ideas. I mean, it's not a lot, and I need to really, really well manage to spread them out over my lifespan so that people still think that I'm funny. If I just pump them all out like every day at work in the every morning, like coming in, do you know this one? And then I'm done within less than a year, so that would be bad. So I need to manage it very well, but 200 really funny, good ideas. I will probably milk them individually so that I can spread them out, and then I finally will be funny.
It sounds like a more mundane version of the plot to Yesterday, where it was like the person just.
Oh yeah.
200 songs
okay.
that are brilliant.
Yes. Okay. What would I want to? Okay, I would have 200. Because here's the thing: they said 200 of something. Now, if the general subject is the same, I would want 200 clones of 200 of my husbandos.
Oh.
So I could just have different husbandos, but they are all clones. So technically,
You are faithful.
they are all.
Yeah, I know.
What? No,
Technically,
no,
you are
it's not
faithful.
even that. No, it's not even faithfulness. It's just the thing of like, it's still 200 of one thing. The one thing just has variations. It's like regional Pokemon. It's the Galarian version of the clone. But so that way I could just have, if I'm like, you know what, Chris Eccleston, I am bored with you.
Next.
Bring next.
But it's still Chris Eccleston.
I mean, no. There would be each clone is a different person, but the thing that makes it 200 of something is it's 200 clones.
Oh, I thought you have 200 clones of the same husbando.
No.
Okay. That was
Oh
like,
my god,
yeah,
that would be
exactly.
just a weird.
That was why I was like, hey, you would still be faithful because it would technically be.
That's why I
200
said
times
I
the
don't
same
understand
person.
the faithfulness here. This is just this at that point it wouldn't even be polyamory. It would be like fucking pollination. Pollination.
Pollination.
Yeah, but yeah, so there you go. 200 clones. That never get bored.
You know what? That's the worst
And hey,
thing. Before the entire idea with the 200 funny, I actually was considering saying 200 waifus, but then I was like, let's be realistic. I'm a man getting close to my 40s. 200 waifus would be too much. I just couldn't.
Well, it's not like you would have them all at the same time. It's a cycling system.
Still, then you get to attune and whatnot. 200 is too much.
That's why you time it.
Well, is it? Oh god, it's happening again. It's happening again.
I guess he timed it and I ran out of time.
Again. I'm Jesus fucking Christ, and now it's even messing even harder with my layout. I'm not amused.
I was about to be like, damn, podcast's over.
I know, it got canceled.
I'm just glad
saying,
that
like,
this is still happening, even in the 200th episode. And this shit only started like 2 weeks or so ago. 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, I was just saying, oh no, I picked the wrong thing to say when I said, yeah, that's why you time it. And then the call ended and I was like, oh, I guess I ran out of time. But yeah, so there's your 200s of something. I think because of the time, we can only do like one other like question from Twitter and one from here and then the FMK.
Okay, then
we went on so many tangents.
It's true,
but they were fun. So
no, I'm afraid that looking through the remaining Twitter questions, I have actually one that is specifically to our guests. So
do it.
Doc and J-Rock, remember your questions next time. But yeah, Brandon Kruger actually asks, like, for Ashley and Dave, any favorite or fun stories? Great, after we just tried to get away away from the tangents. But yeah, any favorite or fun stories about working with your crew and or voice cast? So production anecdotes. And I guess you can also answer for your productions. I don't have productions.
My production's still so early.
Okay,
so no,
then
let these two who are in the thick of it talk about it.
Oh god, I have such horrible recall. Questions like this are awful for me because I can't remember things very well.
Hashtag relatable.
I have a few. I mean, like, our crew straight up are just so much fun to work with in general because, like, we have our work server, and then when people are just working and stuff, we'll just, like, shit post around and stuff, and we'll have a good time.
Yeah, like we have a Discord server for our crew, and like we spend almost every day in call on there, just like fucking around or just like hanging out and keeping each other company while we work. So we've got a lot of stories of just doing stupid dipshit stuff while fucking making the show. But I can't remember anything. Dave, you go.
I mean, I'm trying to think of like standout ones that were very, very funny, or I mean, probably the biggest one, like on like a real front, was when we first when the animatic for the pilot was done with all the voicing and all the boards and stuff, and we had the entire team, and I mean everybody, animators, artists, musicians, voice actors watch it all together, and that was awesome. Especially because we got feedback from everybody on the team to know what was good and what sucked, so we could fix it up. But that was awesome because we value input from everybody. And then there's also times where we just we try to troll certain crew members into playing Fortnite as a joke.
Yeah, honestly,
yeah.
I have trouble thinking of any specific stories, but really, mainly, we just spend
it's bad
a lot of time just dicking around.
The days kind of just with work, they just kind of run into each other. Honestly,
yeah, they all just
there
kind
is
of
no
blend
concept
together.
of time here.
No,
There really isn't.
I apologize for such a boring answer, but that.
No, it's okay. Look, this was the celebrity question.
Yeah.
Because you two are the celebrities.
No, don't step on the keyboard.
What?
Oh, and he released.
Oh.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so professionalism as always. Thank you. Hey, look, now you have a shit story of an embarrassing.
There you go.
Man, that one time I was on the Awkward Cast, real embarrassing. Just
Yeah.
If it only would be the first time. Jesus, buddy.
But no, so since J-Rog is usually our person for the Would You Rathers, and we are skipping him today, we got one from Denim. Ask Awkward, what makes you more anxious? So I guess this is not really a would you rather, but which one is the lesser of two evils?
Okay.
Realizing too late you left your phone at home, or having your phone but the battery is critically low and you don't have access to a charger.
Having my phone but it being critically low is just every single day of my life.
That's
you can ask my friends or just check my Twitter. Any time I post any sort of screen cap, you can always look at the battery level. It is always below 50% at least, if not below 25. I never charge my fucking phone.
I would actually say for me it would be I would rather have just left my phone at home than be risking it dying, because if I left it at home then I know I wasn't having a conversation at that moment, as opposed to if my phone's just gonna die and I'm in the middle of a conversation, then I have no way to be wait a minute, I'll be right back. So yeah, that's why I'd rather say that.
Yeah.
So this was the Dave was for having it at home, period.
Leaving it at home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ashley was.
Ashley just stated that having the phone is on critical.
Also,
you
kids can leave your phones at home sometimes. You're always attached to them, screens in front of you.
Stop being a boomer, Dave.
Listen to those 4 people on the screen in front of you. Stop looking at screens all the time.
Let me tell you about your instant gratification you get on Google.
Oh my god.
We used to have to go find answers in the wild.
You would have to shout, "How do I cook omelets?"
Into the woods
until you heard it echo back of, "Use a thing of butter and preheat to 350 degrees. What is that in Celsius?" And it didn't answer back.
Yes, the skinwalkers always helping me with my cooking.
Yes.
And they all took the form of Bonzi Buddy and somehow infected you.
You gotta crack a couple skulls to crack a couple eggs.
Totally. But okay. Here's the thing. I'm kind of in Ashley's boat. My battery is always low at the worst times. And so that's kind of my life. However, it makes me more anxious because I tend to I tend to not tell people where I'm going half the time. This is a great idea for a 5'6" petite woman in the middle of California. It's just, well, I'm gonna go walk to the gym or walk to the grocery store. Should I let someone know where I'm going? Text them, be like, "Hey, if you come home and I'm not there, this is where I am." Nah. And then I'm like, "Oh, my phone's at 20%. Time to speed run life." And So I mean, the time where you get really anxious with critically low battery is when you're in a foreign country, because both of these things have happened to me at foreign countries. But so I guess leaving my phone at home, because sometimes I need a ride home or I don't feel like walking. It doesn't make me anxious; it makes me annoyed. But so yeah, I'm gonna go with leaving it at home. What about you, Max?
It's a tricky one because when you have it with you but it's on low battery, it's like But when it's at home, it's like can't be helped now, anyways. But
then you can't use your everyday E25s to listen to audiobooks if it's at home.
I wouldn't do that anyways. If the battery is low, I would not do anything with it. But
I do it. Speedrun
Yeah,
life,
that's
baby.
why-
You
well,
need a
that-
soundtrack.
yeah, that's why I'm officially the adult of this podcast, and you are the more chaotic one.
Look, an adult can be chaotic. I am that eccentric person who builds houses with staircases that lead to nowhere.
You know.
I have a knife.
Yes.
But yeah, the question: what makes?
I'm sorry. Just Dave saying so casually, I have a knife. Just like
True, he does.
For all we know, like Ashley just has a giant behind her wall is just this giant repertoire of swords and like katanas and the fucking dual blades that
She's actually holding an RPG toward the webcam right now. You just can't see it.
I'm holding it towards Dave's room to make sure he doesn't leak anything.
You'd kill Rose if you did that, though.
Oh no!
And the walls are oozing green slime. Oh wait, that's just. But there. So yeah, you would just leave yours at home.
I would say. I mean, the question is, what is more anxiety inducing? And I guess at the end of the day, having it with you while being low battery is probably more anxiety inducing. Even so, if I had the choice, what of the two I would rather have happen to me, then I probably would go for the one having it on low battery, because this is a situation that you still can manage. In the other case, it's like, well, fuck.
Oopsie doopsie. Okay, I'm going to go to the FMK now.
You mean the FMKF?
Yes, though I will
Because
say
we
I
have
do
4
love
people.
I do love this question that Enigma asked about if you made an awkward cast cartoon with us as the main characters, what genre would it be? Oh god, that sounds like the most manic show that could ever exist. Because either nothing would happen or everything would happen. But okay,
Soap opera.
Okay.
oh my god, make it like a telenovela. Just put it on Telemundo. Except none of us are actually speaking Spanish.
See.
Okay. So usually we do FMK, fuck, marry, kill, but we have 4 people. So we made a special new version in honor of our special boys. And so from Goth Judy, happy 200 episodes. Let's make something the same but slightly different. Fuck, marry, kill, and friend. Bunny edition. So, Lola Bunny specifically from the Looney Tunes show, Judy Hopps from Zootopia, Bunny Rabbit from Sonic the Hedgehog, and Jessica Rabbit. So,
Oh, that's a hard choice.
Well, considering only one of them's human, I guess that's the one I'll have sex with.
Okay, I guess
yeah,
David goes first.
Let's start with Dave.
The tricky part now is, Ashley, not for you, Dave. You are in the clear. The thing is, Ashley, we would ask you to try to not repeat any of the answers Dave gave. And the same is then true for Key and me. So, any
4 unique combinations.
whoever Dave has already fucked, we can't fuck
Off
anymore.
limits. Yes, they can only fuck one person in their life, and it's gonna be Dave.
I was about to say, unfortunately, I'm not a furry, so I only have one option.
I'm feeling so sorry for you, but yeah.
So yes, you're gonna fuck Jessica Rabbit.
Okay, fair.
Because
not a furry.
Huma.
Because not a furry. Okay,
Yes.
fair answer.
Yes.
So what else?
It was Lola Bunny, Judy Hopps,
and Bunny Rabbit from Sonic.
I'm not sure if you need images.
I don't know what the last one looks like.
I mean, why is it porn? I should not Google it. So, I mean, first things first. Okay, and no, this was not the image. So, open image, so I can start you off with specifically Lola Bunny from the Looney Tunes.
Okay.
And wait, the bunny robot, we actually had pictures in the chat, in the Discord, link down below.
I put her in
oh, you already shared her in here. Okay.
She's basically a rabbit with but half of her body has been turned into a robot.
here's my issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about killing the Sonic character because it's part machine, and we can't let the robots take over. But then I'm also like, I could kill Judy Hopps because she's a cop. But then it's also like, wait a minute, then I would probably get in trouble for murdering a police officer. And then Lola Bunny, I don't know. I mean, I could probably like bury her in the backyard, I guess.
Oh my god!
I'm trying to think here. Like, this is kind of hard.
What a war of attrition.
Okay, how about this?
Mm-hmm.
I will. Okay, because I have marry, friend, and kill left, right?
Yes.
So I guess I'd be. Who has the most stable income?
I mean, in the Looney Tunes show, Lola's parents are rich.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, we're going with that for marry.
Okay, so Lola Bunny for marriage. Okay.
Then do I kill the machine or the pig?
Jesus.
Oh God.
Why would you kill Judy?
Why would
she's
you
a cop.
kill Bunny Rabbit?
Actually, wait, no,
she's
choose
a
kill for her
machine.
because I want to choose friend for her.
You know what? Oh wait, you're gonna choose friend for Judy?
No,
collaborate.
maybe not.
Come on, Dave, give your answer. Honest answer.
Because
So
I
far,
was gonna say.
so far we know your fuck and your marriage, right? We know you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all life is.
You
don't need friends.
normally fuck the human. I mean,
Yeah.
as human as this creature is. I mean, let's be honest here. Judy has a more realistic proportioned body than this woman.
I mean, it's true. It's true.
So you fuck the human. You marry the rich daughter. So we still have a kill and a friend to offer to assign, and it's between those two.
You know what? I'm gonna do? This is a cop-out answer.
Okay.
Okay. And pun intended.
Sure.
I'll be the friends with Judy because I had no idea what that frickin' Terminator 2 ass character was before this. So she's getting the bullet.
I mean, on that note, what you haven't even seen.
Oh my God! Jack just burst in here. What the fuck? Get out!
What? Oh, Ashley's dog?
Yeah.
But yeah, you say Terminator ass. I mean, look at Bunny Rabbit going all in. That's my girl.
Yeah. Oh.
I love you so much.
I know. They all love
I want
me.
to see Jack. I want to see the baby.
All right, so yeah, I'll friend Judy and kill
machine.
Rabbit.
Bunny Rabbit. Okay.
No, you stole my answers!
Well, too bad.
Yep.
Fuck you!
Now you gotta be creative.
Whatever.
Ashley.
You're a furry, so whatever.
Yeah. So what is this? Oh. Okay. So Ashley, tell us your answers, which are all different from Dave's. So you have the bunny by marriage, the rabbit by marriage, the cop bunny, the robo, the cyborg bunny, and the crazy bunny.
Manic bunny.
Yeah, the manic.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so hard.
That's what she said.
What? When it comes to this, they're all
The
girls.
robot bunny is the only one that I don't give a shit about. So if I have to choose to kill off.
But
logic.
she is already killed,
I
so
would
you
choose to
cannot
kill
kill her.
off one of the other three characters that I actually do genuinely adore. Fucking. I guess I gotta get kill out of the way first then. Fucking. I guess I would have to choose that iteration of Lola, the Looney Tunes show one, even though I fucking adore her.
But
she's hilarious.
the best iteration of Lola.
She's so good, but like I would not marry her. Absolutely would not.
Dude, she's got
And I
money,
definitely would not fuck her. And I maybe friend, but like fucking
So you
I
kill
can't-
her. Okay.
I have to. I'm sorry,
we have
Lola.
our
my
kill
love.
confirmed.
Hey, can I
Alright,
just
so
point
that's my
out, I don't want
kill.
to be mean, but this is a really, really bad one because it's like 3 of them are cute, adorable characters, and one of them is a filthy slut. So it's like, okay, like,
I mean,
what logic is that?
I
like,
mean, in the original version, Jessica Rabbit was actually Vanny from FNAF. Which
but this
still
is like
kind
the
of a
equivalent
human-
of being like, who would you kill? Jesus, Gandhi, Mother Teresa, or Hitler? It's like, okay, wow. Like,
I don't think on my bingo card for Awkward Cast
Here's
I was
a-
going to hear Jessica Rabbit getting equivalent to Hitler, but sure.
And so then I guess by that logic, then fucking the robot bunny would have to be friend. And then I have to pick between Judy and Jessica for fuck and marry.
Yes. You
Yeah.
can't, but then it's already decided because you can't
Yeah,
fuck
it's already
Jessica.
decided.
Jessica
Yeah, you
has
have to
already been
marry-
fucked.
Oh
to
man, it has already been decided for me, so I can't fuck. So I have to
But-
fuck Judy. Oh no, she's a cute baby. I couldn't.
She's an adult.
Oh, she's a cute baby. Oh god, it's been decided. Dave, you did this.
But-
to me.
but
okay, so I
Ashley-
would
hey,
have to choose.
early bird.
Okay,
gets the
okay.
worm.
But Ashley,
Fucking, I have to choose.
yeah, but despite the rules dedicating who you have to fuck and who you have to marry, you still need to explain why you actually want to do that.
Yeah, so look at Judy's big Disney eyes and tell us why you totally want to rail her.
Well, I mean, look at those thighs, man. Like fucking, she could crush my skull between those
Can't
thighs
argue.
any day.
Can't argue with that logic.
Also, Cop has a massive supply of handcuffs, probably. So
You're
know.
advocating for brutality, is what you're telling
No,
me.
for hand.
I want
It's
Judy
basically-
to brutalize me.
It's basically the cop
All
variation.
right.
Dave. It's basically the cop variation of make love, not war. Use the handcuff for making love, not brutality.
I'll be 100% honest with you, dude. I've just been watching my chicken katsu get cold for 20 minutes. That's why I sped run this. Like,
Yeah, okay, speedrun. Okay, so why
And
are
then
you
by that-
marrying her, I believe? Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, of course I would marry Jessica. Like, fucking, look at how loyal and... Well, I guess she's not loyal to Roger anymore. Haha, gotcha, bitch. But fucking, look at how, like, loyal and sweet and kind she is. Like, fucking, she would go to hell and back for
I mean-
whoever she's married to,
I mean,
so,
Among those 4 characters, she is the only confirmed wife, so she has wife potential. I'm with you on that one. So now,
I will say, I don't like the fact that I'm sloppy seconds to Roger Rabbit. I will say that.
Okay, now I need to find out,
Okay,
are we in a
so-
rotation or are we in a mix-up? I don't know.
Either, okay, yes, because Max is a fucking nerd and made probability charts.
Not probability. Okay, yeah, so Key. I have
But,
been
yeah,
told that I
so
need to
it-
go last.
Yes, so okay, so knowing what I know, I am going to marry Lola Bunny
Okay.
because
Rich parents.
I
That was my answer.
No, you
No.
can't choose
Oh.
Mary Lola.
Oh,
Dave
yeah.
already picked that.
Dave already married Lola. So Lola's already been killed and married.
Yes.
So this is even better. I'm gonna fuck Lola Bunny.
Oh.
Because-
I'm
because-
feeling so sad for you that you don't have a dick you can stick in that crazy.
Well, look, here's the strap-ons. But the point is, like, look, she's a fucking nutcase.
Yeah.
Which means that whatever's gonna happen in the bedroom, it's gonna be fucking interesting,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Like it's gonna be there's gonna be things on the ceiling. Like I
What?
can only imagine that there's jugglers involved. I don't know. Either way, I'll have a story to tell.
Okay, so
So,
we
yeah.
have the marriage figured out. No, the
And
fucking,
then
Entschuldigung.
Yes, I'm going to marry Bunny Rabbit
Oh.
because
Okay.
Lord knows her life's hard enough. Half of her body got forcibly turned into a robot. She needs a kind soul in her life.
Oh no, I just realized
that
what
kind-
this means for me.
and that kind soul is me. And you know what? I can imagine that marrying a robot would be great. Because as we saw with that fucking comic of her beating the shit out of people, I would never have to fight for myself my entire life. Someone makes me upset, wifey's gonna come in with her fucking robotic fists and bring down the pain. And then, okay, so now I have to kill and friend either Judy or Jessica. So, has Judy already been killed by anyone? No, right?
No.
Okay.
Dave considered it, but then he didn't go with it.
I thought about the
Okay.
ramifications of murdering a police officer, and I thought they'd
Yes,
be pretty
so
high.
I'm going to be friends with Judy Hopps. Because...
Oh, Max is the cop killer!
Yeah!
It's,
But
I wanted to
I'm
kill
gonna-
Jessica Rabbit.
Well, you know what? Dave took Ashley's answers. I'm taking your answers.
Apparently.
The top row dominates the bottom row. Y'all are bottoms. But so, wait. But
I was
no.
about to be like,
I'm gonna
that's not new information.
I'm gonna be friends with Judy because you know what? Let's go. There is probably some benefits to being friends with the top officer in Zootopia. I could probably get like so many backstage passes to things because of security details. Also, her parents are farmers, which means I could probably get a lot of fresh fruit.
Wait,
The
hold on.
fun
I
part.
picked friending her, though.
Did you?
So I picked fuck Jessica,
Uh-huh.
marry Lola, friend Judy, kill Rabbi.
Oh, that's true. Keyframe, you have been
Oh.
wrong the entire time, and I'm just
So I'm
saved.
Okay, so I'm gonna be a cop killer then.
Yep.
So I'm gonna
Womp
kill
womp.
Judy Hopps because ACAB, I guess. But also, here's the thing. It's bound to happen. She's a bunny. So she's prey! She is prey! And I am the hunter. I am big evolved monkey, and I will kill.
I am Big Crab.
I am big crab. And you know, and you know what? I could probably get hit with one of those little howler things from the movie and just go hunt and be the world's biggest menace, which is man. So yeah, I'm gonna kill Judy, and then I will friend Jessica Rabbit, because you know what? That sounds like a great friendship, honestly. Be friends with someone who is also with Roger Rabbit and all that stuff and the Toontown stuff. That just sounds like a fun life. Imagine game nights there. I could play D&D with Jessica Rabbit. That would be great. Oh my god,
Okay.
D&D with cartoon characters like that sounds terrifying. I roll for perception.
But yeah, apparently my ass got saved.
Yeah, okay. Well, good for
Yeah,
you.
because-
So do your thing so Dave can eat his katsu.
Exactly. So, first thing first, I got to kill the one person on the list where I'm like, she is not attractive. In I don't know. She would not make my waifu list. All the other three would. So I gladly kill Jessica Rabbit.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
I'll
through
be
the
honest
list.
with you. Like, I picked fuck only because she's the one human character. I don't really find her that attractive. I'm gonna be real with you. Like,
I know it's the irony that she is designed as the ultimate sexy toon human woman, and yet it's like no.
yeah.
It's sad because a lot of people use her as the quintessential hot redhead character. It's like
She's not my type.
we could have picked someone better.
So yeah,
I could be the hot redhead standard, but what does she have that I don't besides two big things right here?
but yeah, gladly killing Jessica Rabbit. Okay. This means Judy is still on the market for marriage, isn't she? Has anybody married this lady yet? No, I believe Ashley fucked her. Ashley fucked her. You
Yeah,
were a
I think
friend.
you could do that, and
Yes,
and that's
you get to
Yeah.
marry the cop.
I mean,
You get to
Oh, marry-
steal her
oh,
from
marry
Nick
her.
Wilde.
yeah, marry her.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, Judy.
that's a stable position.
Yeah,
know.
Judy is a chipper personality. She is fun. She is a do-getter who will probably kick my ass when I get too lazy. So yeah, that is marriage potential right there. I'm
Wasn't
taking
also
this.
like as long as you're not in like an asexual relationship, doesn't marriage though also imply fucking as well?
We had
So-
to, we had
We've
to
had
kind
this
of.
discussion, but we're going with 1950s marriage, 2 separate bed scenario.
Basically,
with
because
these-
Oh, okay.
because
I see, I
otherwise
see.
you get 2 fuck answers for the price of 1. So
yeah, we're
Gotcha.
going the I Love Lucy route here.
Okay.
So
his
this-
bongos
This
didn't get banged
means
on.
Lola is my friend, I believe.
Yes.
You fucked her.
That's a good friend.
Yeah,
That's a good
she's
friend.
this is a friend you go out on and you have
Honestly, you kind
anecdotes
of lucked out
afterwards.
with some decent answers.
Yes,
you got some
I
of the
looked.
you got the best combos because think about this.
Wait for the last
I mean-
one. The worst one
I
is.
mean, if you've seen Looney Tunes show and some of the adventures that Daffy and Lola go on, you are essentially the Daffy in this situation.
But yeah, Odie, you are right. You should have kept Vanny in because then I would have been like, I can't kill any of them.
You're going to. One's a serial killer, you idiot.
Yeah, but she is in the but
She kills children.
yes, but
She kills children and listens to a rotten peepaw corpse in a bunny suit.
But she wears also
No.
bunny suit and is very chipper in her murderous actions. It's a skin tight bunny suit. Anyway,
She's a child murdering cult member. You
nobody
nincompoop.
is perfect.
That's not even perfect. That's not even nobody is perfect. The bar was on the ground and she dug below it to Albuquerque. You
Either
Nimrod.
way, Lola Bunny, friend, is fantastic for friend because you hang out with her and you have anecdotes afterwards. You have so many anecdotes.
Uh-huh.
Now to the one answer where I probably did not luck out, or where my luck ran out. Because here's the thing. I'm probably on record to expressing that I find Bunny Rabbit a very sexy design and everything. I'm furry trash, and the cyborg plan is also not bad. However, there is a problem with this design.
Wait. I think I could.
Especially
I
when
think I
it
can
comes to
imitate.
fucking.
I think I can imitate the sound that would happen with this. It's just.
Oh,
Hello?
Let me get my Allen wrenches from earlier. It would be. Yeah.
I mean, like what?
And I mean, even okay. Obviously, this will not happen. But even if we look at a hand job, if she uses her left hand, I'm still afraid.
It's like. Oh my god! I just imagine a fucking Boston Dynamics robot vice script, just like. You're.
You know,
Ever
You
seen
don't
those
even-
hydraulic press videos?
Yes,
I mean-
it wouldn't even be lube. You would need like WD-40 so it wouldn't just be painful metal burn on your dick.
you know how the saying goes, ne? Never meet your waifus for sex because it
Wait.
is-
I got an idea. I got a way you could fuck her. She does have a hole somewhere, as we've seen with this picture. She has holes in her feet for the rocket boosters. Just make sure that she doesn't activate them, and you can fuck her feet.
I'm not Quentin Tarantino.
That's been drawn by somebody somewhere.
Yeah, I am not Quentin Tarantino. I am sorry. This comparison was
Great 200th
absolutely.
episode.
Yeah, this comparison was absolutely awkward.
A and Y and Key say hi to the people in the chat. The memes are seen on this live stream as they talk about random grabs. Time for awkward guests. It's the awkward. Random guests and funny gags on the awkward guests. Artwork and analysis which you do not want to miss on